This is Bubbles, and it's a Kirishima X reader story, and the story is by Antisocial Being. So let's just get into it. Mind blank yet racing. Thinking about nothing while also thinking about everything. Why did you have to eat that brownie? Listener, listener! A calling voice was heard from below. But you didn't even spare a glance. You just poked at a random bird which pecked at you with its beak and flew away. You let out a sound of "her" and sucked on the part of your hand that was pecked. I heard them just a second ago. You looked down at your hand with a frown as the red spot developed, about 20 or so feet in the air, floating like a bubble. Stupid bird. Slowly but surely, he started to float down and landed on a vending machine. You sat and reached out your hand out at the spiky boy who ran towards you. I can't get down, you whined. Kirishima sighed and proceeded to lift you from your armpits. You wobbled as you sat on the ground and loose balance. Everything looked so trippy and your vision was distorted. Thanks, Eshima. You saw him smile while he positioned you on his back. It's Kirishima. That's what I said, Kijiro. He laughed and slowly walked back to an odd-looking building. You reached your hand out and seemed to see double. Scared, you closed your eyes tightly and waited till you saw a bright, bright light through your eyelids. Be quiet, all right? I was Awa Sensei's sleeping. Kirishima whispered while closing the door with his foot. You nodded and brought an index finger to your mouth. You decided to look around and saw an empty room with the kitchen light on. You expected the sun itself to that might have been the brownie kicking in more. Damn, Bacalo. Bacalo? You nodded and pointed over to the kitchen. Your legs were jelly, but you were really craving a snack. He made me eat a brownie, that bitch. A string of soft laughter came from Kirishima as he trudged over to the kitchen. He was getting a real hit out of this. Bon appetit. I don't speak Italian. After eating the gusher packet, the redhead offered, you stood up and walked slowly while holding onto a nearby chair in the wall. I'm going to kick his ass. A worried boy followed close behind as you struggled to reach his room. That's when you realized, I'm on the wrong floor. Yep. You moaned a bit before turning around and taking another 10 minutes to finally open the, the blonde's door and fall into his bed. What the fuck? Bakugo sounded more confused than mad. The brownie that you mentioned earlier was probably getting to him, too. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Ha ha! So you're the giggly type. Disgusting. After saying this, Bakugo tried to pull you off the bed, but to no avail. His limbs, too, resembled that of jelly. Shitty hair! Get them the fuck out of my room! He sounded like a child, which made listener burst into laughter. What are you, a baby? You want a baba? I want you to get out of my room. What you gonna do? Tell your mommy? I swear to God. In that instant, Bakugo tried to stand but quickly fell back down. Kirishima could see that his eyes fluttered a bit before light snoring could be heard. Ha ha, pussy. Listener commented before falling asleep as well. Kirishima was left alone to help these two poor teens. First, he dragged Listener off the bed and replaced them with Bakugo. Last was to carry them to their respective dorm room. Only problem, He had no idea where it was. Hey, listener, what's your dorm number? Kirishima whispered, looking back at you. You slapped your lipa together, lips together, then and yawned before pointing forward. That away, he mumbled before falling into a sweet unconsciousness. Little did you know, you had pointed towards a window, and no way in hell was he jumping out of a window. Right, high as a kite. He sighed before trying to trudge you back into his own assigned room, and failing to do so, and instead stood up against a tree before sitting down. Kirishima was strong, but he couldn't be his manly self with no sleep. Look, listener, the sun's rising. It's amazing. Kirishima turned to you and took a look at your gentle breathing and closed eyes. Like, you. He struggled to finish a sentence before allowing his head to rest on yours and fall asleep. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, that's it.